Hey, what's up guys? Kai here, and welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile 2, Silmeria. Previously, we were making our way through the ancient forest, and we left off here at this relic where we were getting ready to recruit yet another character. Wow, I'm really getting a Chrono Cross vibe from this game with all of these party members. Chrono Cross was a good game, by the way. But anyways, before we examine this relic here, I took the liberty, off screen of course, to clear out all of the enemies in this area, and in that process, Lizard gained a level and he learned Poison Blow. It's an earth elemental attack that can inflict poison on your enemies. Could be useful against trolls, but I want to stick with Firestorm for right now. Arngrim also gained a level and he learned Wild Break. It's a really good attack because it can inflict frailty on your enemies. And remember, frailty negates any healing that they would normally receive, which is really good against trolls, and that's one of the big reasons why I like to bring Arngrim to this dungeon. I also gave him Beast Bludgeon along with Lizard, because I wasn't already broken enough with the Coradicator. Oh, you think I'm overpowered now, viewers? Just wait, I've only just begun. I also have him working on Breakup and Mighty Blow. This is an interesting skill because it gives you the ability, or a higher chance I should say, to stun your enemies, which sounds really good, but really it's situational at best in my opinion. It's great for hit and run tactics, but other than that I wouldn't worry about it because stun doesn't last very long at all. In fact, as soon as you take one step, the enemy is going to snap out of it and counterattack. But if you have AP left over to dash away, then this could be useful. And you can also break through their guard. Breakup though is the big skill I want to learn with Arngrim because he already learned all of the critical skills for blue equipment. Speaking of equipment, this Earth Rune, not useful. So let's give him the Great Eagle Heart for more attack power. Yeah, as Tim the Toolman Taylor would say, more power! Rufus is pretty much the same. I have him working on Mental Boost because that'll come in handy here in the near future. And I got him finishing Unholy Purifier. After that, I'm probably going to get him going back on True Scene to boost his critical hit rank by 2. And I'll go over critical hits later because I actually had a question come in about the whole critical hit system just this morning, as a matter of fact, looking at my PM list on Facebook here. So yeah, I'll go over critical hits in more detail because one of you asked me a question about that. And Alicia, same thing as Arngrim pretty much. I just have her finishing up some last blue runes, or rune skills here, before I move her back over to the red skills. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's go to items here. I was able to deflower those toxic flowers finally and get 2 Nightshades. This is a crafting material that we're going to be using later, so don't worry about it now if you don't get any, but just remember that this is where you can get them, and the best way to get them is use Firestorm with Lizard. And I got into a battle with 6 sack mimics. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I got not 1, but 2 brilliant peacemakers. I don't know why I called them pacemakers earlier. Usually when you think of peacemaker, it's like a gun, right? Anyways, in this game, it's a staff. Whatever works, right? But like I mentioned previously, as your HP drops, all of your stats go up, which is ridiculous. Especially in here because you can get poisoned, and you can sit around in battle long enough for your HP to drop to 1, because poison damage is not fatal. So you can get a character's HP down to 1, equip one of those, and just watch them go ballistic on enemies. It's crazy. Okay, before we actually examine this relic here, even though the odds are in my favor, there's an 88% chance to get the character I'm looking for, and a 12% chance to get the other character. I want to go ahead and save my game in the next screen, just to make sure I get that character, and because I don't want to lose those Nightshades, the Peacemakers, or, man, I'm so scatterbrained today. I also got 2 poison seeds. Again, you get those by breaking the petals of the toxic flower, and it is a red weakness rune. I would like to get a third one before leaving here, But if I only have 2, that's enough. So I'm going to go save my game and meet you back here at this relic momentarily. Alright guys, we're back, so let's see who's hiding in this relic. Sha-Kon. The tiger? No, the archer and researcher, apparently. Well, alright, we got our first Archer Einherjar, my favorite job class in the game. Which is strange, because I'm more of a melee DPS kind of guy. But let's see what we have going on here. Starts at level 10, not bad. And she has the Mind Lock ability. And what this does, supposedly, is it protects you against a couple status ailments. I think it's Confusion, Stun, and maybe 1 or 2 others. But I couldn't tell you if this works, honestly, because I never use it. And a lot of people seem to think that it's either broken, or it doesn't do what the vague description would imply it does. But even if I were in a situation where I would want to prevent those status ailments, I would just equip accessories. I'm not going to waste 6 capacity points on Mind Lock. Totally not worth it. Alright, path to the right will take you to the boss, so let's go over here first. And fight some more enemies.
You pitiable creatures actually dare to stand against me? The folly.
Oh, Lizard's finally done talking, okay.
Firestorm! Take this!
Of course, I can't get the items to drop on camera. Absolutely. Make me look like a fool here, game.
Firestorm!
Trust me, guys, this is where you can get the Nightshade and the Poison Flower. So anyways, one of you had asked me via private message on Facebook if there was something about the critical hit system that you're overlooking because you don't see how good it can be. And I don't have a clear answer for you, so I'm just going to explain how the system works, and hopefully that will clarify whatever it is you're having trouble seeing, I guess.
I'm no fighter, but I will do my best.
So basically how it works is each character has a critical rank of 1, which is a 12% chance to get a critical hit. And it goes all the way up to rank 10, giving you a 78% chance for a critical hit. And remember, critical hits ignore defense and magic defense. So instant breaking set aside, that's still really good. You may not see the impact early in the game because enemies don't have a lot of defense, so you're probably not going to be dealing any more damage than you would be normally, and that might be throwing you off. But remember, long term, the enemies are going to get a lot of defense eventually, and critical hits are going to be very noticeable, I should say. So again, I would recommend increasing your critical rank as much as you can whenever you can. Especially in a game like this, where you pretty much have no limitations. Yeah, some things are restricted, and there are some things that don't stack, but for the most part, you have free reign to just go nuts, so why not? It would be nice if critical hits weren't so random. Hey, Poison Seed! See, I'm not crazy. But that's just the nature of the beast, you know, it's RNG. If only there was a way to have guaranteed critical hits, but I'm sure we'll never get that ability. Good God, man.
Stay sharp, we ain't out of the woods yet.
I see what you did there, because we're still in the forest. Okay, so over here, get the Crystal Wand, a new weapon for your mages. Again, this is why you don't want to buy one in Vilnor. A little better. Still no Soul Crushes for our mages, but that'll come, I think, in the next dungeon, I believe. Whoa, got a mini-boss here. Okay. before taking this battle on, you want Descaling Might on anybody who has learned it. I don't think Lizard has. No. Okay.
This might be kind of fun.
Alright, it's mini-boss time against the Cybersaurs. Remember there was that lady back in Vilnor who was talking about lizard men? Well, I hope you took her advice seriously, viewers, because if you didn't, these guys will kick your ass. Let's see if I can get close enough to use some spectacles. I remember someone else had mentioned you wanted to see how it works. Oh, come on. Just out of range. Oops. There we go. So just like in Star Ocean 2, you can see all the details on a monster, their level, their race, their HP, their stats. Look at that attack power, 260. And you can see their elemental resistances. Now remember that chick said if you attack from the front or the side, that they will block everything, and that is true. You can easily waste all of your attacks just trying to break their guard. So what you want to do is attack from behind.
Firestorm.
Alright, not bad. See, even with Descaling Might, those guys took a little while to kill. And do not go in there if you do not have Descaling Might. Because, let me tell you a story. First time I played this game, I thought these guys were going to be very easy. The giant crab was easy. Why would these guys be any different? Hey, vermilion scales. Nice. So I came in here, I just dashed right in here, guns blazing. Guess what happened? Yeah, these guys fucked my face. Hard. And fast. It was bad. If you let them hit you, they can easily wipe out your party in just 1 or 2 attacks. I mean, we're talking 200 to 300 damage to everyone. So if you don't have Descaling Might, you might want to use some hit and run tactics. Use battle items, those do really good damage. Power Drain would be good with Rufus too to help, survive this battle. But these guys really aren't too bad as long as you have the right skills. Ooh. There we go. So as far as items to farm here, Alligator Skin, really good from the tail. And Vermilion Scales are also really good. You can also get another red rune, I think it's Dragon's Gallbladder. But I wouldn't go out of my way for that. Hey, Unholy Purifier, nice. Well, that was easy. Let's take a look at those Vermilion Scales. It's a red resistance rune and increases your defense by 3%. This will allow us to learn a lot of good skills. Okay, so he's done with whatever it is he was learning. So now, I want to give him the Poison Seed for a weakness rune. And we're going to get him going on Bug Swatter. If I have an Earth rune, yes I do, the Prancing Horse. You can get this from the Goatmen. No, you buy this from the Traveling Merchant, I'm sorry. Bug Swatter, going to be very useful in an upcoming dungeon. It would be nice if I had a red body rune, but sadly we do not. Anyways, for defeating the Cybersaurs, we get access to the Sheathed Power Wrath. Look at that magic crystal cost, 30,000. Is it worth it? You bet your sweet candy ass it is. Reduces all damage in the game by 75%. It is obscene. And you probably won't get this in the normal course of the game without tons of grinding. And normally, this is the gimmick to the dungeon, is getting this sealstone on a dais to greatly reduce the damage you take. So what I'm going to do is travel to the lower right hand corner of the map there and put this on the dais, and I will just meet you down there. Okay, we're back, and just to show you on the map where we are, we're in the lower right hand corner. And on your way back here, do not fight battles while you're holding that sealstone. It will not go very well for you. So what we want to do here is just switch these two. So now that we have the poison pin blessing, we can poison enemies with all of our attacks. And now that this is on the dais, all of the enemies will have their attacks reduced by 75%. And if you look at your map, you're going to notice that all of the orange areas are areas that are currently under the effect of a sealstone. The yellow areas, like the upper left-hand corner, are areas that are not under the effect of a sealstone. And it's critical that you put the Power Wrath sealstone on this dais. That way the boss will be affected. And that way its damage will be manageable. Speaking of the boss, let's go pay a visit to him. Now, you don't have to use that sealstone to win this battle. In fact, I've beaten this boss with just one character in about 10 seconds without it. But if you're new to the game, you would want to do this. Alright, make sure everyone is healed up. And you know what? Let's get Sha-Kon into the party here. Because I am going to show you a 4-way Soul Crush combo. And I don't even care about your equipment. Excuse me. Oh wait, Arngrim. I was like, why am I forgetting something? Yeah, we need the elemental edge on Arngrim as well. And for skills, make sure you get Beast Bludgeon back on everybody. Well, she doesn't need it because she has the weapon. You know what? Let's give her Heat Up just in case, because I don't want to screw this up. Okay, now we're good. Whoa, holy crap! Alright guys, it's boss time!
You've lived long enough. It ends now.
Yeah, it ends now against the Griffin. Alright, this enemy has very powerful lightning attacks. However, if your mages and archers have the leather cloak, they can reduce that damage by half. Let's see here, against this boss, there are no items I want to farm, but I still want to attack from the right. Shit. Alright, Sha-Kon first. One of my favorite soul crushes. And talk about taking an arrow to the knee. Arngrim's special ability is really good. Gets the most hits and heat generation out of all the heavy warriors. Rufus has to go third because he's the only character right now that can generate more than 60 heat. In fact, not many characters in the game are able to do that.
Blinding blaze! No way!
Now is the time.
Not even funny.
Finishing strike.
Yeah, look at that damage. Get wrecked. Yep, that just happened, guys.
I'm sorry.
So what you want to do with soul crushes, or what I like to do, is have my first two characters use soul crushes that have a lot of hits. That way you can really ramp up your combo counter, which remember increases the damage modifier of your soul crush. For your third character, you've got to use somebody that can generate enough heat to refill the special gauge. Rufus is probably the best for this because he also gets a lot of hits. And then your last character should be somebody that has a very high damaging special attack. Anyways, for defeating that boss, we get a seal pouch, so now we can carry 2 seal stones. Very nice. Anyways, here we get the treasure blessing. This increases the amount of time you have. What is it? For getting direct assaults. So those crystals in battle on your bonus board won't disappear as quickly. Here we get 7,200 off. Awesome. Can probably buy 2 hookers and an 8-ball with that. And here we get an iron helm for heavy warriors. And I believe that's it for items. Yes. Okay. So let's get the hell out of here. Oh, you know what? We're done with you. Okay, he's still good there. She finished off all of her skills. So what I want to do with Alicia is get her going on some red abilities. So we've got Poison Seeds, a Baraka. Now your light warriors have access to Magician Slayer. Very good critical skill. And I also want to give her the red fire rune, so she can learn Weed Whacker and Heroism. Now, before we leave here, there's one more thing I want to show you guys. This sealstone here, the Manacle's Wrath, prevents enemies from guarding, which would be useful against those lizards. Or you can use the method I showed you. Or you can use Firestorm as an opener. That's a good way to get around their guarding because you can't block spells. Oop, wrong way. Game, are you gonna load? Come on, PlayStation 2. Don't do this to me. Not while I'm recording. Thank you. Oh, wrong button. Whew. Okay. Now that we made it to the spring, I should say, let's go ahead and restore the treasure blessing because why not? Could be useful for farming leader items. And let's go ahead and take the sword blessing. So now would be the best time to farm items because you have more attack power, you attack with poison, and all of the enemies have their damage reduced greatly. So if you need more vermilion scales, or poison seeds, or any items, or anything, you want to learn any skills, do any grinding, now would be the time to do it. I'm not going to, but you can if you want to. Yes, it would be nice to take that other one with us, but no, the game is going to dream crush us. Okay, now that we've defeated the Griffin, let's go back to Coriander. Every time you complete a side quest like that, you want to go back to the person who told you about it, and you get a little reward. You're welcome. And here we get a Might Potion. Alright. Alright, so now we have the Temple on the Lake, or the Turgan Mine. But which dungeon will I take on next? You guys will just have to wait until next time to find out. But until then, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. If you would like to learn about Sha-Kon, then stick around for a few more moments. Kind of reminds me of something out of Shadow Hearts.